Well, it's another month, Scorpio. Let me straighten this camera up. Welcome, October 2023. I'm Dodici from astrology.com.au. A lot of you know me. Some of you may be new. Welcome. I'm just having a look at the chart here for this coming month. There's a new moon that's going to activate the Sun and Mars transit in your 12th house. And that's an interesting transit because it really is about unpacking your past and not carrying a lot of that emotional baggage that you've had. So that's going to happen after the 10th. And these planets are actually quite active, dynamic, fiery, energetic points of power. And they are transiting this low-key part of your horoscope. So how do you translate that, I guess, is the question. This shows that you have to give a lot more attention to the inner part of your life at this point. Although we do see the month kicking off with the moon and the Jupiter transiting the 7th house of relationships. And I did say to some of you a few months ago that when Jupiter started to transit this part of your horoscope, you would more than likely, if you were single, see some opportunities for some meaningful dialogue and potential long-term relationships. For those of you that are in an existing relationship, perfect time to consolidate that and to really grow your relationship and get closer to the one you love. So there's a little bit of a juxtaposition there between this intense energetic drive to offload a lot of your past damage, the sort of past hurts, those experiences in your past that have possibly been unconsciously undermining your current relationships. That's the danger here, where you've got that lovely moon and Jupiter connection in the 7th house, bringing a wealth of feel-good energy, positive vibrations, lovely emotions. And then you've got this 12th house stuff where you're trying to, wade through the past and, trying not to let those preconditioned feelings based upon bad experiences discolor the current opportunities that may be presenting themselves. And I always say that this 7th house, where the moon and Jupiter and Uranus are transiting now, is not just about your personal relationships. This has to do with the way you generally interact with people as a whole. So for some Scorpios, there's been a measure of distrust that has sort of come into the picture. That's been to a large extent, the domain of Saturn, which was for a couple of years, they're transiting through this 4th house of personal happiness, family and domestic bliss. It's now in the 5th house of love affairs. So that can sometimes put the brakes on the romantic aspect of your life, even though you've got that Jupiter activating the long-term opportunities. Saturn and Neptune in the 5th house can be somewhat stifling. They can cause that mistrust. They can also give rise to other feelings that you may not have experienced, like jealousy. You may not ordinarily be a jealous person. For some reason now, these feelings can emerge out of the blue and you be at a loss to explain, why is this happening to me? Well, feelings change, people change. And of course, those negative emotions all stem from feelings of insecurity. And that again is an outgrowth of that 12th house stuff, the past life, what it is that has shaped you into who you are. I talk about this a lot. With those dynamic planets transiting through this area, you will indeed be sort of balancing this opportunity for growth, this opportunity for excitement, love, sexuality, bonding, with this 12th house stuff of mistrust the memory of those experiences that, didn't particularly hold you in good stead at the time. But if you look now, and you have to do that with a discerning eye to see that everything that has come before, no matter how difficult, has been in its own way a gift in disguise. The problem you have now is superimposing those past experiences on new experiences. So it's important to go into any new circumstance, any new relationship, business partnership with fresh eyes. That's difficult to do, but that's the job that's cut out for you this month with that Sun and Mars in the 12th house, especially after the 10th, 11th and the 12th. I think you'll start to see some pretty intense stuff going on there. Profitability should be up in your business. Mercury transiting the 11th house. You've got Venus transiting your 10th house. So this does make you popular in your work. It gives you the opportunity to socialize some of the activities and tasks that you've been working on in your professional sphere. And you'll see that that is going to help you solidify your position, your self-esteem, your reputation, because Venus rules your 7th house. So other people are going to be more likely to buy your product, take on your service, admire you for what you've done. And you should not at all be scared to showcase that this month, Scorpio. Get on over there to astrology.com.au. We've got more for you. We've got all the additional readings for this month. We've got the weekly readings that we've been putting up. And of course, there's lots of free stuff there as well. The free psychic readings that you can use till your heart's content. Don't forget to drop me a line if you need some clarification. Don't forget to subscribe. That's very, very important. That's all we ask of you. And I'll see you here next month. Same time, same channel. Bye-bye.